Why not a Manny Pacquiao fight? Like, why?
Yeah.
What's in? He doesn't have
That's
a fight
on Manny.
lined up.
That's
You
not
don't.
Shawn Porter. That's on Manny.
Right.
You know, that's on Manny's team. And, you know, he's on the right to do what he wants to do. So.
Yeah, but with Manny, being that you sparred him, this is, a decade ago.
There's
and all.
a lot of history there with myself and Manny Pacquiao. Even if you take away the history, you just look at us as fighters. Don't even look at us in terms of our records or our ranking. Just look at us as fighters. In the welterweight division, there's no better, more exciting fighters than Manny Pacquiao and Shawn Porter. There are not, and there's no one else who's more exciting than myself and Manny Pacquiao. The fact of the matter is, you know what's going to happen when Shawn Porter gets in the ring. You know what's going to happen when Manny Pacquiao gets in the ring. We never disappoint. Even in a loss, we never disappoint. Manny Pacquiao got knocked out crazy by Marquez, but leading up to that knockout, no disappointment at all. You know, even the knockout was like, wow, Manny Pacquiao got knocked out.
This is one of the greatest fights of all time.
You weren't even disappointed that he got knocked out. I was like, wow, that just happened. You know, so even myself, in the few losses that I've had and the great fights that I've had, there's never been any disappointments. So it makes sense for that fight to happen. It's just, it's up to Manny and his team to take the fight.
The business of business side.
Business.
But no one goes after Manny Pacquiao, right? No one exactly tries to make the fight with him. You would.
I think we've all tried to make the fight.
No. I mean, in the ring, try to make it a war. Yeah. Try to make a war out of it. But you probably would, right? Or
don't forget I sparred against him.
Right.
So,
based on that experience, how confident are you would beat him in a fight?
I'm confident that I would beat him in a fight. And it's not just based on the sparring, but I do think that I learned a lot from the sparring. When I saw Marquez, I was bringing up that, it's an old fight, but bringing up that fight, I knew what Marquez saw. What you get in sparring is the same thing you would get in 4 fights. That was their 4th fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
In sparring, you get time and time again to make adjustments, time and time again to look at film and figure out what you did wrong and come back and come back and come back. I was able to do that in sparring and get better and get better and get better. Marquez, 4 times, he's got so much to look at, so many different experiences, so many different times he's been in the ring with Pacquiao. That was bound to happen.
In the Jeff Horn fight, people try to say Pacquiao was robbery, but it was a close fight. One thing he did with Pacquiao, he's very physical with him and used his size as a natural welterweight. Is that something that would play a role?
Manny did the same thing in the Jeff Horn fight that he did in the Keith Thurman fight. He took his foot off of the gas pedal. I think that if Manny had kept his foot on the gas pedal, he would have depleted Keith Thurman mentally and physically and possibly knocked him out. He took his foot off of the gas pedal, in my personal opinion, allow Keith to start to hit him, allow Keith to get some confidence, and allow Keith to feel like he could win the fight. And I think that he kept Keith Thurman in that fight.
Is it because he's 40? That you just can't sustain what he did?
Manny does what he wants to do. And I think that Manny gets comfortable. I think that Manny likes to feel guys hit him, and I think it some capacity it wakes him up or whatever. But I think that that's what happened in that fight with Keith Thurman.
And lastly, with Manny, not a lot of religion talk in boxing. It's not a religious political thing. But being that he's a Christian and you're a Christian, would it not be kind of the perfect, if Manny has to hand a torch to somebody before he finally retires, do you think that would be kind of a cool thing for him, based on the Christianity aspect of it?
We've seen it in the past with a great fighter comes along and beats the fighter that was great,
mm-hmm.
or is considered great in that moment.
But if you're gonna hand the torch,
I don't. So here's the thing. For me, I don't leave my religion and my Christianity in the background. However, I don't use it as the tool for me, So I'm not gonna say make the fight with me and Manny Pacquiao because we're both Christians and this is gonna be great for the world and great for Christians around the world. I'm not gonna do that. However, I would say that you have 2 great athletes getting in the ring. You have 2 great fighters getting in the ring, and not only that, you have 2 Christians that intend to do a lot of great things for this world through our religions, and have done a lot of great things for this world through our religions and for other Christians. And I think that that's what you would get in that fight.